Hey, it's Inventor Dan Zen here. How's it going? With stories from the purple box. What we got in here? It's key. This key reminds me of my office. I was in my office. I brought in an old Power Mac 8180 from 1996. I used to work on the Power Mac at Southam Infolab, creating CD-ROMs about Marshall McLuhan for Southam Interactive. My computer eventually kind of came with me. Over the years, I still have that computer. The Infolab disbanded. I was kind of the last one left. The various computers and so forth got depreciated, and I, for historical reasons, kept them along. And they stayed in the basement for quite some time. Well, it was used as a computer for Madeline when she was growing up, and she played all these CD-ROMs like Putt Putt Goes to the Moon and stuff like that on them. And I made an application for her that allowed her to take pictures that she knew of characters like Madeline and Where the Wild Things Go, like Max and one of the monsters, and what else was there? Dr. Seuss characters. And so then these Dr. Seuss characters or other characters could be put in different backgrounds, like the backgrounds of the Hungry Caterpillar book that we used to read, or indeed Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. We had the moonscape there. So all these backgrounds, Where the Wild Thing Goes, ship, and so forth, and various characters could come together along with items like umbrellas from Dr. Seuss and various other recognizable items from these stories. And they would all get mixed in this application, and you could tell a little story with some blurbs. So that was a wonderful mashup of magical characters and places. It'd be nice, rather than having them be in their kind of walled off gardens of copyright and stuff, to just have them be free. So it was on that computer that I also developed the CD-ROM for Marshall McLuhan in Director 4 in 1995-1996, along with a few other things on there, like some of my mysteries that I was writing. And had that in the garage for some time afterwards, so Madeline used it until she started getting other hand-me-downs, and the computer sat in the garage. But as I teach interactive multimedia, I brought the computer into work to show sort of the historical growth of interactive works, and ran the McLuhan disc on it. It's kind of neat. You just press the computer, ka-ching, and it goes on. You plug in 2 plugs, ka-ching, and it's on. Macintosh, first of the Power PCs, first generation of the Power PCs. And at the time, I guess, Apple was just sort of failing a little bit, trying to launch the Newton, which was a tablet, and didn't quite make it. And they were in demise until Microsoft gave them money to survive. I'm sure that Microsoft's still happy about that, but still, you know, it's kind of ironic that Apple's gone on to become the largest company in the world, or whatever. Most profitable. So I certainly don't like the way that's going, by the way. They're taking too much money from creators, content creators. It's not really there. They don't need to. They're so rich and wealthy now. It's just sort of like, why are you paying developers? Or why are you charging developers $100 a year? Why are you taking 30% of what they create? Why are you trying to take 30% of what people write? I mean, you've got distribution there, but Google's stuff is all free. All that Android, $25 one-time fee to sign up, and no royalties. BlackBerry, the same deal. Too greedy for their own good, I think Apple is. Also, using their stuff is not always pleasant. They dumb things down so much that there's often features missing or whatever. And it's good and bad. I would rather have a planet full of more super users than a planet full of happy consumers. Consume. Their whole wealth has been bought on consuming, in a sense. I mean, it's nice to have consumers for those who create, but still, it'd be better if we had more creators around. All right, so that computer sat in the garage, and brought it into school to show the students the CD-ROM on Marshall McLuhan, and this was just like I don't know, 4 days ago or so. And, well, I had shown the students Marshall McLuhan before that, but the story now moves to 4 days ago, where I decided not to take the computer back home because it'd be stored in the garage and take up space. So I said, you know, I'm using a laptop these days. I don't really use it. I really only use stations, but I carry it around, and because I was given a laptop, I don't get a desktop computer in the office. It's how it sort of works. I suppose I do need the laptop to kind of do presentations here and there and stuff like that, and teach some of the mobile remoting ones where I've just got a podium. But in general, I'm on a station. I'm on a station at the podium of my main room. I'm on a station at home, and I love stations. I create on stations. So anyway, I thought, hey, you know, let's hook up the old computer here at the office. So the old computer went on the desk, and I went to plug in the mouse and the keyboard into the monitor. There's a nice little handy place in the monitor that you can plug those things in. I hit the on button, and it's supposed to go on like always, and it doesn't go on. And I scratch my head, and then I realize, I need the wire that goes from the monitor down into the tower underneath. I'd been sort of recently just hooking right into the tower from the monitor and the keyboard, or from the keyboard and the mouse. So I needed that one wire, and the exact moment that I thought, I need a wire that goes from here to here, Michael Assadourian walked past my office window. Michael Assadourian was the student co-op tech person who worked on that computer in 1996. Isn't that amazing? He's now tech at Sheridan on the Apple side. Obviously loves computers and loves what he does there, because it's been, well, 1996 to now, something like 14 years maybe? So 14 years later, I need a wire on this computer. And the tech support fellow from 14 years ago walks past my window, and I go, hey Michael, and he comes in, and he looks and goes, oh, is that, yes, it is the machine. And so we kicked back a few memories, but anyway, I told him we needed a wire, and he goes, oh, okay, come with me. I think I got one of those. I think that was a SVGA extension. Yeah, I think I might have one. And so we go, through the, across the school, through the library, with it's just now Learning Commons filled with people on Facebook, and into his office now. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. His office is at the end of this huge room that used to be animation. It was all kind of closed up with cubicles and stuff. And it was like their office was kind of in the middle of nowhere then, kind of squashed in this little area. You know, it's nice to have all those animators around, but still, they all moved out and opened up this huge hall for these puddles with just, you know, it's like a cafeteria. It's just like people everywhere on machines, happy and looking up Facebook and doing projects and all this kind of stuff. And their offices are like right on the end facing this whole room. It's kind of like, yes, we've just improved our location. I'm not sure. That's, I mean, how I see it. Perhaps they like themselves tucked away. And also, like I said, the animators would have been fun to have around. So, we go into there, and they're in the stock room at the back. He's sort of like, all these boxes all labeled and stuff, and he gets to the very far end, top left corner, and he goes, oh, what's this? And, well, if it's what it says it is on the box, SVGA or Mac desktop computer VGA extensions or SVGA extensions or something like that. And so we open this thing up. Sure enough, vintage cable from 1996. Vintage cable of one of these SVGA extensions. Same color, same sort of gummy, plasticky feel. Yum yum. And thick, heavy, sort of rubbery feel, I guess it is. And we take it back, and there we go, it works. So, Tales from the Purple Box. I'm Inventor Danzen. Have a great day.